driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This is Meryl Streep. There's so much in life we can't control. But here's something we can: colorectal cancer. It's the second leading cancer killer in the U.S., but it is almost entirely preventable. Screening finds polyps so they can be removed before they turn into cancer. If you're over 50, get screened for colorectal cancer. Screening saves lives. It could really save your life. For more information, call 1-800-CDC-INFO.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Taking over-the-counter or prescription drugs unnecessarily is a drag, whereas feeling great like you used to is the way it ought to be. Learn how to feel, function, and perform to your full health potential. Tune into the Dr. Bob Martin Show, Sunday morning at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
If you suffer with diabetes, there's a 25% chance that you'll develop a foot ulcer that can lead to severe health consequences, including amputation. At the Sole Authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own therapeutic shoes and custom inserts. Medicare recipients are entitled to 1 pair of quality diabetic shoes and 3 custom inserts. Call the Sole Authority today, 954-597-7060.
Talk here. Talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 3-hour safe haven for your questions and spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 3 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook and share love and light.
desire to be. 'Cause all the universe comes to stand with me. Yes, indeed, I am that I am, and I am Sierra Spiritual here live on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 The Talk. And we are speaking to all of you live here, answering your questions, and we would love to hear from you. So call in at 1-888-565-1470, and somewhere through the night, from 5 to 8 p.m., we're going to be giving away some prizes tonight. I thought, let's give back. Let's give back to all of you. We are on our 410th live show. 410 shows of us just hanging out together. It's been an 8.5-year journey, and we are still going. And we are riding the wave to the universe of abundance and freedom and joy and light and love. And we're connecting to all of you and answering your questions. And when I was preparing for tonight, I was sitting with Spirit. And I often sit with Spirit, and I have my cup of coffee. And I sit in the morning and I'm like, Spirit, what are we going to talk about tonight? What's the opening? What do you want to bring forth to everyone? And I usually sit with my cat, Cleopatra, and anyone who follows me on Facebook, on Sarah Spiritual, you would know that my cat, Cleopatra, she gets around. She runs all over the house, and when it's time for Spirit Talk, she just snuggles right up in my lap. And she sits there the whole time. And she makes me actually not want to get up and go to work, but she cuddles. And I sit there and I say, Cleopatra, what are we going to talk about tonight? And she just kind of cuddles and just wants to be there. And then it starts to come. And Spirit said, you have to talk about love. Because there's an energy, a fueling of energy that resides within all of us. And that's the energy that creates. That's the energy that can resolve anything in this world. That is the energy that heals. And that's the energy that touches people's hearts. And in each one of us, there's a spark of light, this essence of energy that is connected to the divine, the supreme energy, the creator. And that's the energy that whenever we want to create something, whenever we want to manifest, whenever we want to feel that we are not alone, it's to tap into love. And given the world, I just want to go, eek, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what I'm hearing. That causes that anxiousness and that angst and this edginess that we have in the world. Love is the answer. So Spirit said, talk about love, Sarah. Talk about all the love there is that resides in every human being. The attention has become on that which is farthest removed from love. But if you talk about love, if you hold the energy of love for everyone who calls all across the United States, then together we will be love. And we will bring us back to the center of love, because the center of love is the essence of God. It's so important to remember that everything that you do, you're doing with the force that created the universe. So if you wish something wonderful, then you're using the force of the universe to create that which you desire, or to wish something wonderful for someone. But if your energy is full of angst and anger and frustration, and then the words that come out of your mouth are removed from love, well, then you're creating with an energy that is void. Yes, it'll manifest. It'll spill back on you, but it's void of the essence that fuels the entire universe. So do you want to have an empty promise? Do you want your words, your creation, your life to be filled with an emptiness because you're speaking, but you're half speaking? You're half believing. You've got to believe. Do you believe? Do you believe that it's possible with the essence of who you are that you can create anything? Because right there inside of you is all the tools you need. What you don't remember is that everything is lining up according to plan. Everything has a plan. And you may think that God passed you by, Or you may think your finances are never going to get on track. Or you may think, oh, I would be a millionaire if I had $1 every time someone said, when is he coming, Sarah? I don't know. I don't think there's ever anyone for me. I don't know. I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life alone. I'm convinced. And I look at them and go, well, I'm not convinced. So don't you be convinced. Because love is always there. And it's the belief that you will be alone. It's the belief that there's no one there for you, or that there's not another good partner for anyone anymore, that everyone's all messed up and transient and all the things that I get to sit and hear every day. I don't put the energy upon that. I don't fuel that energy, because that's not the reality. We're living in a land and a world that is filled with illusion. And we have to use the spirit of discernment and pick through that energy and recognize where the truth is. And love holds the truth. And when you're in the heart space of love, nothing can ever come against you. It may appear as if you've hit an obstacle, and we've all hit those bumps in the road. My goodness, I've had a couple of bumps where I really thought I was going to flip right upside down. But then something happened. Something turned everything around. And it made it go on track. And I realized that I could do anything, and that nothing that comes before me is ever going to impact my world, because it's just an illusion, and that it's temporary. So for all of you there, sitting and listening on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk, and with my dear friends that are in WWE in Atlanta, I want to say hi and thank you so much for driving home with me and being in Atlanta and sharing in that time and space with me, because we get to drive home with all of you. So if you're in the car listening on 95.3 The Talk or WWNN, I welcome your calls at 1-888-565-1470. And we have all of our friends on Facebook saying hi. And I want to say hello to everyone on Facebook. I've got so many Facebook watches, and we are sharing this energy. But let's tap into that love a bit more. Let's create. Let's tonight, when you ask your question, let's ask the question from your heart. What does your heart need to know? Not just the thinkings of your mind trying to figure everything out, because no one does a better Rubik's Cube than I do. I can turn that thing around so many different ways. My mind works like the Rubik's Cube. And I can get them to line up anywhere. And many of you too, you think, and you continue to think. But when we sit in the energy that is the creation energy, we can do whatever we set our heart upon. And we always have the assistance of our angels. And we always have the assistance of our loved ones. Everyone from the other side chimes in. Our ancestors that have gone before us. You know, we think because we don't see them here on earth, we think that perhaps they're not right here with us. But that's really not the case. They're simply on the other side of life, just tapping in, looking in, connected with all of us, and telling us that they support us. That is the energy that is connected through love. And when they go to the other side, I have so many people say, well, are they okay? Gosh darn, if they're on the other side, they're doing a little better than we are. They are in this vibration, this speck of light that is so luminous that they don't have the dark shadows that we navigate every day here. And they can feel and see everything just like we could feel and see them, if we only allow ourselves to. If we only remember what it's like to be with them, what it's like to be in that energy. But we lose ourselves in the missing of they're not here anymore. And that sorrow and that sadness that removes us from the harmony that is the light. But it's part of the human emotions, yes? Our human emotions are here for all of us to experience. And you know, love is a power that can fuel anyone. And you have all of that right inside of you. So what is the question that you have? What can we help you with tonight. Because you have all the questions locked up inside. But the answers come when you ask the question that is of the highest good. And the question that will really guide you to exactly where you need to go. Sometimes we're afraid to ask the question. Yeah, you heard me. The question. Like, Sarah, what do you think of my boyfriend or my girlfriend? I'm like, ruh-roh, I can't believe she asked me that. Shoot, now what am I going to say? And then I look to Spirit, I go, you guys better bail me out of here because I'm not getting a good vibe. And Spirit says, well, describe the being, describe the person. Show the mirror of what they're experiencing with the individual so that they can see what they're not seeing. Or remind them to look because they've already seen this. But what the person really wants to ask at times is this the right person for me? Do you think that this is the person that's going to be for my highest good? And when they ask, do I think? It's not that I think. I don't have any thoughts at all when I answer your questions. You see, I have to take it from Spirit. And there's no Spirit energy that's ever going to tell you exactly what to do. We're going to give you the choices. We're going to show you which way you go and how to get there. But you have the choice. See, there's that funny little thing called free will. And that free will also assists us in perpetuating some of the illusions, the patterns, and the ways of being where we keep attracting the same experiences. And then we sit there and go, gee, why am I doing this? Why is this happening again? Because we stepped away from the energy of love. We stepped away from the knowing of who we are. And when faced with the truth that only love can shine a light on, we don't want to know the answer. We don't want to know the truth. You know, there's a movie, A Few Good Men, and it was said, you can't handle the truth. Well, sometimes we're not ready for the truth. And the best part of making connections with your guides and your angels is that they too know this. They know whether we can do this or not. They know if we need a little more time in our special place, just trying to figure out where we want to go next. And so they let us sit. Have you ever felt like the angels dropped you off somewhere and they're just letting you sit? Yeah, they do that from time to time. They let you sit there and contemplate and figure and think and scheme and plan and try to figure out your way out of this mess or this situation or how you're going to get from here to there. They do it all for us. They sit back and watch the show. And you know, when I talk to the angels, they kind of like to joke with me because, well, we kind of have that kind of relationship. And they look at me and they're like, yeah, I know this is a really good show, isn't it, Sarah? It's one of those special times when there's so much confusion in the world and all they have to do is listen to their heart. And I go, yeah, but angels, it's getting a little rough down here. Can't you intervene? Can't you hit a couple people on the head and have them wake up? Angels say, no. We keep giving them the signs. We keep showing them. We keep having people say love is the answer. Love is the only power. But they're saying it because everyone else is saying it. But are they feeling it? Are they fully present in the essence of love? We just keep reminding them. We hold the energy and the harmony for everyone to grab hold of. And there's a special thing about the harmony the angels present to us, that it has such a flow, such a frequency, that you'll never want to let go. It's just it feels foreign in the beginning. It's kind of like the first time you go on a roller coaster and your stomach does that flip and you're like, whee! But the first time you're scared as all get out. But what happens after that adrenaline rush? Most of us, when we step off of that roller coaster, we sit and think, wow, I just want to go back on again, even though I was scared out of my mind. Life will be scary at times. But if you know you're fully supported, if you know that nothing's going to give out from under you, then why wouldn't you want to go on an adventure? Why wouldn't you want to enjoy the ride and just see where your guides, your angels, see where everything's going to take you? It's a powerful, powerful time this time. Even though we're being bombarded and disconnected with all this animosity and violence and agitation. But it's okay, because everything has its time. And we have the power to change. No, you can't go to someone and say, well, lose your anger and give up and stop being so cranky. You can't go to someone and say that. But if you radiate love, if you shift love, if you hold love, then love is going to be around you. You're going to illuminate everything you touch with love. And that radiance is going to transcend from person to person to person. And every aspect of love will surround you in all you do. So tonight, right here live on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 The Talk, and WWWE in Atlanta, we're talking about love. But we're answering your questions. And all I ask is that when you ask the question from a place of love. It doesn't have to be a question about love. Because if we do everything with the energy of love, then every answer we get is going to be the truth. We will be so close to the truth, it'll be as if we're standing in the light of God. And that's where we all want to be. Of course, we'd like to stay here on earth for a while longer. I don't know about all of you, but I'm thinking I'm staying for a while. How about you? But we want to be in the energy and the essence of all that is right and good and harmonious. All that represents connectivity and oneness. And we need to get back to the oneness and not allow the division of religion, color, division of Democratic, Republican parties. We don't want to let that divide us. You know, they say, united we stand, divided we fall. And this is the time for us to stand united. But more than just united as a country, because I want everyone to just remember one thing, that when you reside in the energy of love, that magnificent, vibrant energy, that we're not just citizens of the country of America. We're not just nationally heard here in America. We are citizens of the planet. So when you wake up every morning proud about your country, wherever you are in the globe, remember, I am a citizen of the planet. And the same love that fuels the entire planet is the energy and the essence that resides within me. And that's the energy that I, of free will, that little pesky thing called free will, I, of free will, choose to use and radiate in everything I do, no matter what the task is upon me. Whether you're taking out the grass, the garbage, and mowing the grass, look at it and say, I'm in the energy of love, no matter what I'm doing. When you're going to sleep, I'm sleeping in the energy of love. Then there's no room for fear. There's really no room for doubt. There's no room for disconnect when we stand strong in the energy of love. So we're going to take a minute now to hear from our sponsors. And then we're going to go right back to connect with all of you here on WWNN. And we are going to connect in the energy of love, you and me. Pick up the phone. Join us. 1-888-565-1470. That's the number that connects you here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. So stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has
ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There, you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
From time to
Would you
time,
like
this program
answers to
engages in
life's
content.
questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there. Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Me Time Healing Center at 561-571-2204, located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton. Me Time Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay. Let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
From time to time, this program engages in contesting for prize giveaways. A listener must call into the radio station talk line and be a specific caller or answer a trivia question as specified by the show host to be awarded the prize. The contest duration is the length of the program itself. Winners may be limited to one winner per address and or phone number every 3 months. All listeners are eligible for prizes. Prizes do not exceed a value of $325. The prizes are provided by the show, and the delivery of the prizes is the sole responsibility of the program itself and not the radio station or the Beasley Broadcast Group.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of life. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Yes, indeed. Do you know me? I think I know you. I think we've got a soul agreement that We're going to connect here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk and live on WWWE in Atlanta. And we're meant to connect together and answer your questions here live from 5 to 8 p.m. And if you're just joining us, tonight is the night that we are talking about the power of love and answering your questions. And all I ask is that you ask the question with love. And some of our callers tonight, because we are celebrating our 410th live show, and it's Thanksgiving month, I've got to give it back. And so we are giving back to all of you, and we're going to be giving away some prizes this month and honoring you and saying thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this experience. And thank you for all of your questions, because your questions not only assist you, but everyone listening. Your question is everyone else's question. And I learned so much by your questions. Spirit just fills me up with such cool information. I can't get over it. So we're going to go right back to the phone lines here. It is Wednesday night, and we are going to answer your calls at 1-888-565-1470. And I've got to go to New York because I've got someone in New York named Dominique. Dominique, how are you this evening? Hi, Dominique.
Hi.
How are you this
How are
evening?
you?
I'm doing great, Dominique. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
Well, I have a question. I have a question about sometimes I feel a buzzing sound in my head sometimes, and I feel like it's messages from my angels. I'm not really sure what they're saying to me, and I was wondering if you could help me figure out what it meant.
Well, Dominique, that's a great question, because a lot of us feel the frequency of our angels, and I can't tell you what every buzz means. But first and foremost, let's identify why we have a buzz. The buzz is the frequency of the angels. They're very high vibrational frequency coming close to you. And that is how they let you know, bzzz, I'm here and I'm not a bee. So that's how you know that your angels are with you. But they also, they share with you this sense of oneness and connectivity. They want you to know that they're nurturing you and that they're supporting you. So Spirit tells me to tell you, pay attention, Dominique, when you feel that high frequency buzz. Look at what you were just thinking or asking for. Maybe you were contemplating what your next move is, where you're going to live, what you want to create in your life. Maybe you were worried or concerned about something and you felt that frequency come near. That is their support. And then look and notice when they make those sounds, and that will give you some conclusions to draw that connect you to the answers that you seek. And they will show you why you are where you are, and that you're never really alone, because that frequency is the very high frequency of love. And it has such a high power to it that it's really impossible for the human being to really wrap their head around what love really feels like. But it is such a supreme frequency, and they're bringing you that love, Dominique. So pay attention to what you notice when that happens, all right, my dear?
Okay, thank you.
All right, Dominique, thank you so much for calling into the show, honey. God bless you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
It's always so wonderful to have our angels right near us and to feel their energy close to us. And Dominique asked such a great question, because all of us want to know that sign for our angels. So pay attention when any of you listening notice things repeating. Pay attention to see what is going on around that. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings during that time? And then notice if things repeat, because that might be just your spirit guide or angel's way of telling you, hey, we're right here. We've got this. We're navigating life together. And maybe they'll even give you the answer. You got to pay attention. I'm going to go right back to the phone lines, and this person is no stranger to us here on the show, because he's called in a couple of times, and I know I've got someone who's really paying attention, and I've got Joey, and Joey is in Hollandale. Joey, how are you this evening?
Hi, I'm pretty good.
Great, Joey.
But like I say, in a good way, I don't want to say this time, you always scare me with the timing. Everything's going really well. The only thing I really want to know about, what is my karma and when do I end it with my family, my personal family?
with your personal family. Well, you and your family have done this for, and we're talking about parental and sibling, yes? We're talking inter-family, yes?
Mostly,
Yes. And I see that there's a disconnect because not everybody's on the same page. Like, they don't really agree with everybody's choices. And I feel like early on you guys were pitted against each other in some way or compared. Not unusual for families, though. I mean, that does happen. But I feel that as we've gotten older, they seem to have like drawn lines in the sand, like, no, we're not doing it this way. We're not doing it that way. And I'm feeling, Joey, that you have done this before with them in other lives. And in these other lifetimes, you've been close and you've also been adversaries. And in this lifetime, it's to iron out that karma and acceptance of people for who they are as they are, free of judgment. And you come from a family that is opinionated, yes? Are we opinionated in your family? Very opinionated. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord.
3 women older than me.
Yeah, do it my way, baby. That's what they're singing. But, I
there's
see
only
this.
one that I really get along with, and I believe that we were twins in a previous life.
It's very possible. I'm not getting confirmation on that, but it's very possible that you were. But I am seeing that there's a lot of judgment and a lot of harshness from the sisters. And the way you release this karma is to allow them to be who they are and disconnect and vibrate at your frequency. Do not concern yourself with their opinions. Simply divide that energy and say, in this lifetime, they are where they are, and I am choosing to be who I am. And in this moment of now, this divine moment of now, I'm choosing to be free of this karmic entanglement. And I call to the energy of the violet ray to consume and remove any cords of karma that tie me to this experience. And I release it so that each party could be of their own highest good. And just allow them to be. It is something that, your sisters are like a dog with I'm sorry, this is the analogy they give me, so forgive me. Dogs with a piece of meat, a steak in their mouth, and they don't want to let go. They don't want to let go to their belief. And so it's hard. They always want to come pick at you and come at you and come at you and come at you. And all you can do is say, I bless you, I thank you, I love you, and get out of my face. Okay? That's really all you can say to them, because there's nothing that you can do.
In other words, my spiritual family is more important to me. That's what I was thinking.
Exactly. Yes, because you're just ironing out personalities. And you see, they are the most important teachers of your spiritual family, Joey, because they're teaching you to love yourself, void of judgment, void of the opinion of others, and just trust and know who you are as you are. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Basically, because basically the reason why I asked the question was basically, should I just be myself and forget about them? I have a whole family.
You have a whole family
outside of there. I love them. It's like I don't love them, but they just have their way of being.
They do have their way of being. They do have their way of being. Right. And
they understand what I do, but they don't exactly know exactly what it is that I do.
Well, you know what? No one really needs to know what we do or who we are completely, because no other person has the ability to really see the whole heart and soul of someone. That is a divine gift. So if long as you know and you stand in your truth, in your light, and your love, you see, it is your love that fuels you, and you choose which way you direct it. So you bless your sisters, and you send them love so that they can be their highest vibrational pattern. But you do not step away from Joey's truth. And Joey's truth is, this is who I am. And who I am at this moment in time is not a vibrational match to who you are. And that's not a judgment. It's just not a frequency match. It's like, if I travel in another country, I cannot take my plug and just plug it in. I've got to be tied into the right frequency. That's the only way I'm going to be able to charge my phone. Otherwise, I'm going to fry my phone. These chicks are frying your brains. So step away.
Absolutely, I agree.
They are
I have
exhausting.
One more question.
Yes.
One question.
Yes.
I got the answer already on that. I have a godchild niece who I really connect with.
Yes.
This is like my special one. So I trust in her. That's my new family.
Yes.
I can give you a name if you want. You need it.
Do you have a birthday?
Yes, September 12th.
Okay. You see, the energy connection I feel between the two of you is as if you were brother-sister, father-daughter in another life. And so I feel that you have this kindred connection, this sense also that you need to guide her, mentor, teach, and feel safe. And she's unique and different, and not everybody gets her. So it's almost like you two are the odd people out, but you get each other, so it makes it good. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, absolutely, 100%, Sarah.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
So I see that connection, and that's why she chose to reincarnate and be with you in this time, so that the two of you could have that energy together, and you can be that beacon of light guiding her in through the rough waters of life, so she makes it to the shore.
That's the most special person in my life.
Yes.
That's the most special person in my life.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's a great, great connection that the two of you have. And it is a great representation of love free of limitation and judgment. It is a great reputation. So it's so wonderful for you. You're welcome, Joey. Thank you so much for calling into the show. And I know you follow me on Facebook, so thank you so much for that.
I always do, and there's so many things happening right now that you have mentioned. Your accuracy on timing and everything is just perfect. Perfect. Your spirit is like, God bless your spirit.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you, Joey. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
1-888-565-1470. You know, I always feel this rush of when all of you call in and you say, wow, Sarah, you know, that's what happened, or you were right. I always feel this rush of like, wow, that's so cool. And I had a spiritual teacher used to say to me, why are you surprised? And I'm like, I'm always in awe. I'm always in awe in what the universe can do, what the angels can do, what your guides can do. And that the fact is that they picked me to give messages. Some days I sit there and think, wow, what were you guys thinking? But it's cool anyhow. It's fun to connect and to give you these messages. And I'm so grateful when I get that feedback from all of you, sharing that, yes, Spirit did give you the guidance, and it was of assistance to you in your journey. And as you're making your transitions through life and everything that you need to accomplish, that you know you're not alone. If it wasn't for the kindness of strangers, I don't know where I would be. It's the kind strangers that put their hand out, that assisted me and helped me when I didn't know what to do next, or where my choices were and what to do, that really put their hand out and they said, here, look, this is what I think. And they made me pay attention just long enough so that I could go back inside and figure out what I wanted to do. That's what my spiritual teacher did for me. At a time when I really felt very alone, to meet a man who's a little strange in a computer store, and he ends up being your spiritual teacher, then you never really anticipate those things happening. But everyone comes in your life at the perfect time for the perfect reason. And there are no accidents. There's no coincidences. It's all divine timing. And I'm going to go right back to the phone lines because I'm going to take a call from someone who's right here in Boca. And I've got Stephanie on the line. Stephanie is our third caller tonight. Wow. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Stephanie? Oh, I don't know if we've got Stephanie. So we're going to just put Stephanie back on hold. And then we're going to go right back to the phone lines at 1-888-565-1470. Maybe we missed her. Maybe she still has us on mute. Maybe she's back. We have Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie?
Yes. Hello, Sarah.
Hi, you are our third caller tonight. So I am so excited because you know what, Stephanie? When I began the show... What's that? Hold on. Yes, indeed, Stephanie. Tonight, as we give back to all of you listening, you are one of our winners. So we are giving you our Shamuel Divine Love Collection. So the Shamuel Love Collection includes our fabulous oil, our spray, our Shamuel bath. And this is unconditional love, girlfriend, in a bottle. So you spray this on, everyone's going to be following you home. You better be careful. So Stephanie,
that is amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And Stephanie, you be sure to stay on the line. And then when we are done with our part, and we'll get your information and we'll get it out to you unless you want to pop into the Expedito Enlightenment Center and pick it up. But it is hand-blended, handcrafted by C'est Moi. So I can't wait for you to experience it. So Stephanie, what's your question for me tonight?
My question, Sarah, for you tonight really revolves around me really on this path and this journey in my life to live out my highest and fullest God-given potential. And I wondered if you had any insights and any sort of messages for me that may help me on my way, that would help me give back to others in a really powerfully positive way.
Wonderful. I love your question. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna spin back. Spirit wants me to go back. I got to go back into time. And Spirit takes me to 2012, 2013, and they talk about changes and shifts. There's some things that occurred in your life on a personal level that kind of put you on this path and kind of gave you that nudge to step into doing what you do. Does that make sense to you?
It's absolutely extremely accurate, 1,000%.
And this energy of the shift from the 2012-2013 time has put you on the path of empowerment. But first you had to learn to empower yourself. And for that, I kind of hear long and winding road. And it took you right to the door of where you are. Because it's been a time where you felt a little disconnected and alone at times, and then you had to just take your stand and decide, this is who I am, and this is how I'm going to project myself to be in the outer being. And you wrestled with some of your own inner insecurities. We all do. But through that, you discovered a self-awareness and your ability to, first of all, you have a talent of connecting people. This is correct, right? You know who to connect with whom so that they can establish relationships, yes?
Yes.
And
definitely.
They also tell me that you have this wonderful gift of caring for others who are less fortunate. For instance, those who do not have enough in finances, in lack of, homeless, those who have less fortunate is the word Spirit gives me. So you feel like you want to do something to contribute to the world because you feel all around you, as blessed as you are, you see the lack and the suffering that's all around you. And you feel that you've been put on this earth to be a beacon of light, to shine the light on the darkness of lack and raise the vibration up so that people can find their personal gifts and never be in that energy of lack. It's not just that you want to give or help someone. You want to show them, you want to teach them, you want to lead the way so that they never find themselves back in that spot again. Does that make sense to you, Stephanie?
It's absolutely 1,000% accurate. I consider myself a bearer of light.
And you are carrying that light. Spirit gives me the word the way shower, right? You're the way shower. And you are moving forward. I feel this energy. I know you're so comfortable here in South Florida, but I'm feeling this energy. They take me out and to travel. I feel like you're not limited to South Florida. They're giving me a pen. They're telling me you need to write a book. There's a book that needs to be written. There's something that needs to come forth from you to share because you had your share of challenges as well. Is that correct?
Yes, it's probably what makes me extremely empathetic and really compassionate, and I feel like I'm able to relate because I can say I've been there.
You've been there. And that's what they tell me. You want to tell the story. You want to tell the story so that everyone understands why you've been there. And you don't need to have the details, but it's the journey. It's the journey of transformation that is you. And now they're going to spin me out. Remember, we were at 2012, 2013, and now I go 2019, 2020. And there I see you in a group on a stage, talking, teaching, empowering groups of people, women, primarily women, but I also see you working with children as well, because I feel like children are very taken with you. So I see two separate things that you're going to do. And then I see you putting together a charity, an organization, something having to do with taking care of lack. So I'm going to call it hunger for now, because there's a lot of hunger in the world. But I see you putting together a charity, a not-for-profit organization that you're going to head up. And it's going to be all-encompassing of lack. So we're going to take away lack in many areas, but for initially, Spirit talks about hunger. Does that make sense to you, Stephanie, or is that something that you've given some thought and consideration to?
Yes, absolutely. Sarah, one of the things I was going to ask you, which I was really overall concerned with the bigger question. However, I was going to say, I know I'm supposed to write a book, but I haven't felt like it was the exact right timing for me to start that process.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a secondary question.
Well, the analyzation of when the right time to start is just the human mind. Okay, tell the angels, I'm ready when you are, and put a pen in your hand and just write whatever comes through. It doesn't have to be the masterpiece yet. It just needs to be the release of the information they wish to give you, because in the information, in the flow, in the giving of the energy that they will present you, Stephanie, they are going to give you information that's going to fuel your next steps for your career, your next steps for your way showing, the next step of your beacon of light. It's not just about writing a book. They laugh at that. They're like, oh, you humans in your books. It's about expressing the gifts that are you, and as you express them, you yourself, the human, the person who can be insecure, the person who can experience life and have questions like the rest of us, you are going to look at that and you're going to say, this is the gift I am. This is what I bring to the world. And it's going to allow you to love you even more. And the more you love you, because that's the power of love, the greater the gift is you bring out into the earth. This is the key for you. Of course, you've got to sit still long enough to even let it flow, but that's a whole nother story. They tell me you're a very busy bee.
I am. I am.
And
however, I would make time for it, for sure.
And what is the other part of your question, if I may be of service for you a bit more?
Thank you so much. The other part of my question is just really wondering how a romantic partner, or I crave this, marriage partner to share my life with and to start a family of my own. And I'm trying to figure out, when is that going to happen and how do I balance it all?
Well, first of all, I want you to repeat after me. Are you ready? I'm going to put you out there.
Yes.
So you ready?
Yes.
Are you really ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. In the moment of now.
In the moment of now.
I am.
I have.
I am.
I am.
Open and receptive to love.
Open and receptive to love.
Love flows to me with ease and grace.
Love flows to me with ease and grace.
And I will recognize the divine union.
And I will recognize the divine union.
And so it is, my dear. And so now I'm going to answer the question. I see here that the month of April of 2018 opens the portal, the energy of love. And yes, you can have it all. You can have all the aspects of life that you want, fulfilled life. That is our birthright, for us to live fulfilled life. It's the limited human mind that thinks we cannot have it all, that we may not have all the aspects of life, and how are we going to do it all? It does get a little overwhelming, and the busier we are in the physical world, the more overwhelming it gets. It is a problem. But when we look at it as something that is simply the flow of love, and if you always say to yourself, I am in God's perfect mind, and I am in the perfect time, and there is a perfect time for all I desire, perfect time for all the fulfilled ideas and living that I desire, therefore it'll be. There's a perfect timing. When you're in the universal flow, you never really run out of time. And you never run out of energy. I am living proof of that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I feel like that, yes, I feel like just talking with you tonight has really brought a smile to my face.
Good.
And I am so very grateful that I called you tonight.
Thank you. I'm really glad that you made this connection. And Stephanie, you will have love in 2018. You are attracting that energy. April will open up that flow for you. So get yourself ready, girl, because it's time, okay?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sarah.
Stay on the line so we can get your information. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye. Well, yes, that's always a question. When? How? I don't know. But you know what? The one thing I know is that the how is up to God, and God knows how and always has perfect time. Speaking of time, I guess it's time to come to a close to our first hour. But if you stay with us, we're going to go right into our second hour in just a moment and continue taking your calls here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk and WWWE in Atlanta. So stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater. And the characters, they change.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and Periscope. The phone lines are open 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay. Let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Me Time Healing Center at 561-571-2204, located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton. Me Time Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay. Let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Talk health, talk wealth, talk politics, talk 1470 and 95.3 FM, WNN.
Did you know that 70% of your skin is made out of collagen, and collagen production starts to decline at age 25? Invite Health's high-quality Peptan B5000 collagen is supported by clinical trials for use for your hair, skin, and nails. Invite's collagen provides long-lasting improvement to your skin, lessening the effects of aging to improve the smoothness, texture, moisture content, elasticity, and resilience of your skin. Collagen also supports bone and joint health. Replenishing collagen internally is a natural solution. Collagen is beauty from the inside out. Take advantage of this special offer from Invite Health. Buy one bottle of Collagen 1000 tablets at retail price, risk-free, and get the second bottle free with free shipping. Contact Invite at 800-463-7575 for collagen and younger skin. Call 800-463-7575. That's 800-463-7575. 7575. You can also visit an Invite Health location or go to invite.nyc. Invite Health, luxury brand of vitamins.
Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear. Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
You can become independently healthy, and I'll tell you how. Dr. Bob Martin here. If you want to feel, function, and perform the very best you can, please tune in and call into my show Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Attention seniors, are you as confused about your Medicare options as I was? Do what I did. Call I Will Advisors at 954-753-8080. They answered all my questions over the phone, and when I was ready to make changes, since I can't drive, Debbie came to my house, which was so convenient. Debbie took care of everything for me. I was able to keep all my doctors and my same pharmacy down the street. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080.
The stock market's at all-time highs, but if you're not impressed with your returns, could be all those fees and charges your broker's taking from you. Maybe it's time you took control of your money. Take an investment class at Online Trading Academy. Online Trading Academy teaches stocks, options, futures, and forex. They teach how to pick the right stocks, how money is made in up, sideways, and down markets, and how to limit the risk. You learn from certified traders who are profitable. They show you what they do every day. If you want to learn to invest, build a better retirement, or just learn how extra money can be made from home, check out Online Trading Academy, the leader in investment education. Call now to reserve a pair of seats for you and a guest for a free half-day class to see if it's right for you. You'll also get the exclusive Wall Street Insiders Kit packed with valuable trading tips. Call Online Trading Academy now for the free half-day class and free Wall Street Insiders Kit. 561-674-9800. 561-674-9800. 561-674-9800.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, another interactive hour of uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share the love and light. Yes, indeed, I am everything in the world, and I am that I am, and I am Sarah Spiritual. And we are talking to you live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, live here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 The Talk. And we are so excited to be here as a part of this connection and the power of love and everything that connects us all as we transcend the lines of time, transcend the energy that divides us through cities and states and towns and countries, because we are all one, and we are tapping into that wonderful, wonderful power of love. And this is the energy that lets us create and do anything that we desire. So I'd like to try to go right back to the phone lines, and I want to go to James. And James is in Lighthouse Point. Let's see if we can get James on the line. Sometimes my energy gets so crazy, we kind of blow out the phone line. So let's see if we've got James on the line. James?
Sarah?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great, James. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
Well, Sarah, I'm ready for my next adventure, and I want to know if my spirit guides have a message for me.
I gotta be me, I've gotta be me. It's time for you to be free, right, James? We are turning the corner and making some shifts and some changes and being true to yourself. They talked to me about truth. You know, we were talking earlier in the show that love and truth are one and the same, right? So you're looking to be true to yourself. Is this correct?
Yes.
And I don't know, James, I'm feeling like a move. Are you thinking of moving? Are you there?
We might have lost James. All right. So we're going to, let's see. We're going to see if we can get James back in just a minute. But we're going to go to, let's try to go to Boynton Beach. I want to go to Sarah. Sarah's in Boynton Beach, and hopefully we'll get James back on the line. Sarah, how are you tonight? Sarah? Hello, Sarah. You're on live with Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. How are you?
Hello?
Hi, you're on live with Sarah Spiritual. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. How can we assist you tonight? Are you there? We've got James back on?
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't know. We had Sarah on a minute ago, but let's see what's going on here. So, James, you're back, and they'll find Sarah. We lost her somewhere. I think they're having a little adventure in the phone lines. But, James, you're back, and are you going to move is what Spirit was asking me to ask you, because I'm feeling the movement of move around you. Are you making a change, a shift?
Well, when you say move, are we talking about moving from house to house, or are we talking about moving careers?
We're talking about house to house, location.
Well, it's not in the works yet, but it's certainly possible.
I see a move.
Okay.
Well, I see a move coming, and it is a 2018 thing. I mean, you are connecting, and you are part of it all, but you get to decide what's going on. So I see here that there's a move coming, and in this move, everything begins to move smoothly, clearly for you. It's like a new opening, well, you said chapter when you first came on, but I see this new chapter coming for you. I am in the energy still with move, James, and the other thing they tell me is I see movement connected to work, but I feel as if, are you planning to move to a different group of people because you work in a group of people? Are we thinking that we want to align with a different group of people? Because I see movement there as well.
That is correct. Actually, do you see me moving within the same state?
Wow, you can get around on that one. Let me see. You know what? James, you do have a choice. Is there a talk of going to another state like the Carolinas?
I've already done the Carolinas.
Okay. You don't want to go back there. Been there, done that? Okay. But I see energy of another state as a possibility. But at this moment, I feel that you stay here in Florida for a bit.
Okay.
I'm not seeing you leaving Florida yet. If I take you out closer to 2019, 2020, that seems more feasible. But I feel like you have a lot of things going on here, and we need to create more energy around building business here first. So I'm seeing business coming to you with a new group of people. Is it a different group and dynamic of people that you're working with?
I've been reaching out.
Okay. I see a new circle of business partners, and this is going to be something that's going to be very powerful for you.
Sounds exciting.
Did I answer your question?
I believe you did, sir.
Okay, perfect. And a lot of changes coming for you. And James, you've had a session with me in person. It might be time for us to do another one of those in person, because I'm feeling that you're navigating, you're at the crossroad of life, and where you go from here is very important for you. Because it's the next steps where you lay the groundwork as to what you want to create in the next 2 years. And they talked to me about, and I was talking to one of our other callers, fulfilled living. So they're talking to me about fulfilled living for you. It's like you want to encompass all the areas of fulfilled living. And one of them is freedom, ability to be flexible, financial abundance, of course, good health, and partnership. But partnership is not just limited to business. It's partnership with the right partner. So there's this energy of shifts coming for you that you want to open up to so that you can create this in the next 2 years.
Sounds wonderful.
All right, James, thank you so much for your question and calling in, and thank you so much for following the show and supporting the work that I do. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. We're going to go right back to the phone lines. And we're going to see if we can get a call in from Miami. And we've got Takavan. I don't know how to say your name, but Takavan.
Takavan, that's it. Yeah.
Hi, how are you? Welcome. How can I assist you tonight?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. First of all, how did you hear about the show?
Well, I heard about it through my aunt.
Wonderful. Well, first tell your aunt I said thank you.
Definitely will.
And how can I assist you tonight?
Well, I'm getting ready to make a transition from one place to another place, and I met this guy, and I'm not really for sure if I really want to take him seriously, but he's want to move in with me and my 2 kids, and I'm trying to really know if he's okay.
When's his birthday?
It's September the 13th.
And the year?
81, sorry.
81. But we haven't known this man for very long, have we? That made me just crinkle up my eyes. What? Spirit made me what? I'm sorry, what are you thinking? I think my third eye shut for a minute. It was oh heck, we don't want to see that. Listen. Spirit is saying, slow down, Nellie. You don't know who this person is. And it has to do with the fact that the energy has not vibrated together long enough for you to have an idea of how they fit into your life and who they are and whether there's a synergy there. Then we throw into the mix that you have children and you're raising children to be who you want them to be, and you want them to have the influence or the energy that you deem suitable. You do not know this man well enough to have his energy all up in your children's business. Mm-hmm. That's spirit. Spirit's oh, what? I'm still crinkling my eyes. If those of you watching me on video, I'm oh, good Lord, I think my eyes are still permanently crinkled. I say this to you. There's something about the energy. I'm still holding my head. I'm oh, Lord. There's something about this energy with this individual. And it's not good nor bad. There's something about this energy that makes me feel as if he has an agenda. He needs you. He needs you more than you need him.
That's what I was kind of feeling.
Listen, we're all in this world to be of service to others. We share experiences. I help you, you help me. There's this energy, and when we're with the right partner or mate, I can do for them, they can do for me. There's this energy, there's this flow. But it's not because one person needs somebody more than the other. It's because we gel together. Girl, I can't even make Jell-O out of this. There is no gelling. There's something seriously wrong with this rush that he's in.
Okay.
Follow your intuition. Get to know him. I feel as if something's going on in his life and he needs to go from one thing to the other, and he can't have an empty spot in between. Mm-hmm. That's some powerful stuff Spirit just said.
Okay.
All right.
And also, there's a couple people around me also. I'm not sure for certain about. One of them is supposed to be my BFF, my neighbor, but bringing me crazy vibes, not really a real BFF.
Well, you feel as if this individual is not always in favor of you or supporting you or in your corner. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling that they have a lot going on in their life. Is that true? They've got drama or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Misery enjoys company here. So I don't know that when you're doing well, like you just met somebody and you're excited, that they are in the space, Spirit says, to feel that happiness for you. I feel as if they are kind of discontented. They're not happy in their life. And so right now, Spirit says, it's not that they're not your friend. It's just some of the things that you are seeking guidance, opinions. That's not the person you want to set and ask for their opinion. All right, my dear?
Great. Thank you.
All right? But they're still your friend. They're just not in a good spot. And, we want to surround ourselves with the space of energy so that we know who our friends are. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for calling into the show. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right? All right.
Okay. Bye.
All right. God bless you. Well, we want to go onto Facebook. Can we go into Facebook and let's see who we've got on Facebook? All right. We've got Angela. And Angela, I just love Angela's question. She needs some help. She needs some assistance in her life regarding relationship. And Angela, you are at odds with the person who you call your significant other. And things are not connecting the way you want them to. And I'm seeing here that there's certain pressure. It's almost like that person that you're speaking of, they feel like they're in a pressure cooker, like something has to be connected with them to make them feel important and needed, and they don't always feel needed enough. And then when you need them too much, they feel pressure. You see, they're in this little pressure cooker. And Spirit tells me that they decided to step away, decided to run, and they're not connected to this relationship for the long haul, although they wanted to be in the beginning. But when they saw the responsibility, Spirit says, responsibility, it made them a little crazy in the head, and they've stepped away. You are feeling this angst from them, this agitation, and they feel that you didn't appreciate them when they were there. So now they want to step away. You didn't give it to them when they wanted it, is what they're saying. So Spirit says, let this individual be. You will be fine on your own. And they have to have, the other individual has to have some time to themselves. And then we will see how the relationship can move forward. But for now, it is on an indefinite break. So we're going to just let them be who they are. So thank you so much, Angela, for your Facebook question. It's going to be uncomfortable for a while. Just allow it to be. And we are going to go right back to Facebook for another Facebook question. I love my Facebook questions, but what I shall do is I'm going to give out the number 1-888-565-1470. And if you were on hold and we, lost you, we're so sorry. I don't know what they did in that little technology room over there. I just think it was my energy. I must have just hung up on y'all, but that's all right because we're connected again. They're telling me, and I think we're even connected in Atlanta. So hello to everyone in Atlanta. I got all my peeps. The phones are ringing again, so the disconnect is connected again. We are one in the spirit and the power of love. I'm so excited, but I need to go right back to Facebook, and I've got Roberta on Facebook, and I do see improvement, Roberta, for your finances. And it's interesting. Roberta says, my finances have been out of whack, Sarah, since the hurricane. Roberta, you are not alone. It seems like something happened in the shift in the energy of Hurricane Irma, that even though maybe there was missed work and then everything supposedly went back to normal, it's as if there's this lag time. It's really almost like a cell phone trying to connect. And when the thing is spinning and you're just waiting for it to make that connection or for Google to pull up the answer, but it doesn't get there, that's what I'm seeing a lot in the energy. So it's not just you, Roberta. So I am going to say that, yes, coming into December 5th, 10th, right around that time, there's a shift and a change that comes into the energy of the planet that allows us to step back into the flow. But the universe, our angels, our guides, what they're looking for us to do is they're looking for us to step back in on a different frequency, in a different way, and they are looking for us to be in the energy of the flow of the universe, which is unconditional, and in the energy of love. So remember to bless the bills you have. I know that's not always easy. Remember to bless all the experiences that you have, Roberta, and trust that what you deem as a snafu in the finances, that is going to pass very quickly, and that everything is going to come and move with ease and grace. So I want to thank you, Roberta, for your Facebook question and sharing that with me. Hang on another couple of weeks and that, well, financial mess is going to be better very soon. Thank you so much, Roberta. And 1-888-565-1470. That's the number that you can call to be on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk and WWWE in Atlanta. I'm told that we're going to take a brief moment to go to commercial and break. And then when I come back, we're going to ideally go right back to the phone lines, right back to Facebook. And then I have a surprise guest who's going to be joining us shortly before the close of the show. Stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater. And the characters, they change like water into wine, and everything comes when the stars align. Do you know me? Do you know me? Have we met before? I've been standing here before you long before you saw.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Me Time Healing Center at 561-571-2204, located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton. Me Time Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay. Let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
From time to time, this program engages in contesting for prize giveaways. A listener must call into the radio station talk line and be a specific caller or answer a trivia question as specified by the show host to be awarded the prize. The contest duration is the length of the program itself. Winners may be limited to one winner per address and or phone number every 3 months. All listeners are eligible for prizes. Prizes do not exceed a value of $325. The prizes are provided by the show, and the delivery of the prizes is the sole responsibility of the program itself and not the radio station or the Beasley Broadcast Group.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Yes, indeed. Every soul has its movie, changing characters in theaters, just like a movie. Some days you ever think you're in a bad movie? I think I'm having one of those moments. Anyway, we have, and thank you so much for everyone online and on the phone lines and Facebook peeps. We are back up and running on the phone lines. So I got people messaging going, I can't get through. They're not working. Nobody's answering. The phones weren't ringing. I don't know. I just feel like I have to do some stand-up skit, like one ringy dingy, two ringy dingy. I just gotta make up my own phone sounds now. But we are here. We are live. Don't ask me what happened. Mercury is not even in retrograde. What are we gonna do then? I don't know, hold on to your hats. But we're going to go right back to the phone lines. I can't look where I normally look, but I had someone on the line. And then I don't know what happened. I think we lost her. But I think we got her back now. So I'm going to go to the phone lines, 1-888-565-1470. You know what happens the minute I take calls. Lines free up, unless I blow out the phone lines again. But we're going to go right back to the phone lines, and I've got to go to Connie. And Connie is in Boynton Beach. Connie, how are you? Connie.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Connie. And how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay today. Can't complain.
Well, don't complain, because we don't want to hear that. It's a positive show. We can't have complaints. No. Seriously, Connie, how can we assist you tonight?
I just want to know in my relationship, my marriage, and just I have a lot of anger in me. And I don't see myself moving anywhere. I'm like stuck in a position, like financially, mentally. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to have a breakdown because I'm so angry. And this is anger growing up. It's just built up anger.
You know what? I'm so happy that you're asking the question. I'm not happy you're angry, but I'm really glad you're asking the question because, Connie, you're speaking for a lot of people. I can't tell you how many messages I've received on Facebook, emails of people saying, I don't understand. I'm like pissed off at the world. I don't know what's going on. You know, first and foremost, we're feeling a lot of the energy that's going on across the planet, a lot of agitation. We're also being brought back to the moments in time that we still have to heal within ourselves, early childhood memories, things that are, well, lowering our vibration. And we are forced to take a look at them and reconnect ourselves back to love, away from the energy of this angst, disappointment, not feeling good enough, worthy, lack, and just this battle that we've had off and on throughout our life. And Spirit tells me that when you were growing up, things were not easy for you. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you weren't made to feel good enough. You were kind of almost put in the corner as if you were unimportant. Is that also true?
Correct. Correct.
But I also see you almost like some kind of slave. Did they like make you do a lot, or you had a lot of responsibilities?
Yes.
Okay. So the way I see it is that you didn't have a childhood, right?
Correct.
And you're like, gosh darn, I'm how old? And I didn't even have a good time yet. Shoot, how many more years I got? I don't know. Let me see. Right? That's how you're feeling. You're not feeling as if it's all going to come together for you.
Correct.
And so what I see is that in this moment, you're trying to release all the past hurts. And I believe it's time for you. Have you ever written a forgiveness letter? I forgive myself. I forgive myself for my choices. I release myself from the experiences with other people who have made me feel less than. I forgive my mother. I forgive my father. I forgive my cousin, my brother, my uncle, whomever. Have you ever done that? And I realize that they know not where they've been. You know, sometimes people don't know why they are where they are or how they're doing what they're doing. Because everyone is just in the state of disconnect. Because Spirit tells me that even growing up, you weren't feeling safe. Does that make sense to you? You didn't feel safe,
yes,
Connie? Okay. And people who were supposed to be your caretakers, they didn't even make you feel safe.
Correct.
This is a problem. So, Connie, this is something that we want to look at and we want to release and heal. And if you're willing, I really want to go for just a moment to a moment when you were a little girl, not a specific scene, but can you remember the house where you were growing up at? Do you remember that house? Okay. Where would you go when you were feeling down, out, sad, sorrowful? Where would you go?
To the window.
To the window. And where was the window? What room were you in?
It was in my room towards the park. I would look at the plastic park, the field.
Are you from up north, New York? Where are you from?
Yes, New York.
Okay. So parks are always filled with so much activity. I guess that was a good distraction for you, yes?
Yes.
So, Connie, what we're going to do is we're going to take a walk, you and I. I want you to see yourself sitting in the room, and I want you to see you as you are now as an adult. I want you to see yourself walking into the house where you resided, the apartment, yes?
Yes.
And I want you to see yourself walking up the steps, going to the apartment, go in the apartment, and I want you to see yourself as an adult self, whatever you're wearing now. I want you to see yourself walking to the bedroom. No one in the house can see you. You're just going to walk in until you come to the bedroom where your little girl self is looking out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to take a breath. And then I want you to ask your little girl, can I come in?
Can I come in?
What does she say?
Yes, it brings so much memory.
I know, but we're going to work through those memories right now, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So ask her, can I come sit at the window with you?
Come sit at the window with you.
Okay. She says yes. Okay, go sit with her.
Okay.
And I want you to tell her how much you love her.
I love you so much.
And I've come to give you all my love.
I've come to give you all my love.
And to know that you're safe.
And to know that you're safe.
And I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
And you're never alone.
And you're never alone.
You're such a special little girl.
Such a special little girl.
You're strong and courageous.
You're strong and courageous.
And you're very intuitive, and you know what you know about people.
You're very intuitive, and you know what you know about people.
So trust your intuition. I support you.
Trust your intuition. I support you.
And you are good enough to do anything.
You're good enough to do anything.
And your family, they're doing the best they can, but at this moment, they don't know any better.
Your family's doing the best they can. At this moment, they don't know any better.
And I've come to nurture you because I know you're not being nurtured.
And I've come to nurture you because I know you're not being nurtured.
Tell her about your life now. Tell her what a successful person you are because you have success.
I have success. I have left the neighborhood, the apartment, at a young age to move on and do better. I'm working. I'm living in Florida. I don't look back to New York. I don't visit New York. I stay far away from New York. Mm-hmm. I'm living a good life. It's hard, but you learn how to live it. You struggle along the way, but you're going to make it.
Right. Tell her I am the woman I am because of how wonderful you are.
I am the woman I am because of how wonderful you are.
Mm. Ask her if she wants to come with you to the new life in Florida. Ask her if she wants to come
with me to the new life in Florida. Mm-hmm.
She does. She shook her head. Is she going to let you hug her and carry her out, or does she want you to take her hand?
Take her hand.
Okay. Tell her, come on, let's run.
Come on, let's run down these stairs from that house.
They won't see us. They'll be okay. Let's go.
They won't see us. They'll be okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Connie, what we just did was something called soul integration work. We are going back and we are finding the fragmented aspects of your soul and connecting yourself back to those memories so that you can feel loved and supported and nurtured. It's all the fragmentation of those experiences that are starting to build up, and it's almost like a pressure cooker inside of you, ready to explode. And so we want to nurture you, because how can you be a good parent and nurture others if you can't even take the time to love yourself, yes?
Yes, you're right.
So what we are looking to do now is to bring you back to that energy of love. And this is what we want to work on. So every time you feel upset, I want you to go to your little girl. And I want you to talk to your little girl and say, it's okay, honey. I'm with you.
Okay.
And together you're going to navigate and create something wonderful. Because I'm seeing, are you looking for new work? Because I'm seeing work coming for you. Another job, yes? There's another job coming for you. I see advancement, promotion. I see that you feel very, very alone right now, but they also tell me that you kind of cut yourself away from a lot of people and friends. So you kind of hermited up. And that the relationship, you're not quite on the same page at home, but you and your husband are doing the best you can. Is that true?
Yes, my husband actually right now, he's incarcerated.
Okay.
So I'm the one doing everything by myself.
No wonder you feel so alone, yes.
All his friends and all his family just turned it back on me and our child.
Okay, but you know what? The little girl and all that she endured made you strong enough to handle this.
Yes.
but we can let go what has occurred before and love self. And if you work and we do the work together, we can take you to the place of harmony and joy and complete freedom of those memories and forgiveness of the experience. All right, my dear?
Yeah, no problem. I see you have a class coming up for that, too, about dreams and everything.
Yes.
Are you going to have it on the Okeechobee?
Yes, I have a class on remembering your dreams on Friday night, dreams and what they mean. And we're all getting together and learning about dreams. And we're going to do a meditation and help you remember your dreams. So if that's something you're interested in, go to sarahspiritual.com and register for that. It's going to be a nice, intimate, fun group if that's something you want to participate in.
Yeah.
And then I hear you have children in the back. Well, I have a children's class on Saturday morning.
Yes, I was looking at that. She's 5 years old.
Yes, the children do wonderfully. It's 5, as long as she can sit long enough and talk about angels with us, and she can color, can't she? Sarah Spiritual can color. So maybe you want to come to that class. Just let me know. Just go ahead and register.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
for everything.
You're welcome. And Connie,
have a blessed night.
Thank you. How did you hear about the show, Connie?
I see it every Wednesday. I tune into your show. I visit you one time.
Oh, thank you.
And I was supposed to go again, but then family emergency happened. I could never go back there. For some reason, every time I'm going to go see you, something just hold me back.
Oh, all the more reason for you to just break free and get on there. All right. Well, maybe a class will be
shop, I go blindfolded. You're never there.
Well, yeah. Or I'm in a reading, but yeah, you have to learn the Sarah Spiritual flow there, when I'm around. But even when I'm around, it's sometimes I'm pulled in a million directions. But thank you so much for visiting me at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I appreciate it, Connie. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
God bless you. Bye. 1-888-565-1470. That's the number that we call to get right in here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And I've got Ty, and Ty is in Fort Lauderdale. Ty, how are you this evening?
Doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ty. You're welcome, Ty. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight? I know you called not too long ago, yes?
Yeah. We gave me some good guidance, and now I'm trying to figure out. I have some things working around in my head, and I'm trying to figure out what the next logical steps are, and if Spirit has anything that they want me to focus on.
All right. Why don't you ask a direct question so I can kind of get right to what we need some clarity on?
Is there any specific thing they want to say before I ask my questions?
They're encouraging me to ask you to ask a question. That's where they're taking me.
Okay, that's fair. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Am I looking in the right direction? Am I going in the right path is what I want to know.
Okay. So, are you aligning yourself with other individuals?
Well, I took a second job, and my initial job is in real estate.
Okay. So I see you aligning yourself with 2 other people. So I don't know, that might have something to do with your real estate. Because I'm seeing some movement. As you started talking and you say, all right, anything special they want me to know, I started to write the word some movement. And when they give me the word some, it was like a little spotty there because it makes me feel like we're building momentum. It's like it's slow moving. So that's what makes me feel as if it has to do with your real estate. So the job is to balance the flow for now. Is that correct?
That's the idea, yeah, with the second job.
And I keep wanting to make you an entrepreneur above and beyond real estate. Is there an idea for a business that you have going on?
No, I haven't really developed any
concept
in the past.
Okay. Something's going to come up for you. I see a concept for business, not to create distraction or confusion. That's something that is going to unfold. I know your mind is always going. But Ty, what I'm seeing is movement coming. And as you step into the January 2018, there's a little bit more of a foundation for you as well. And I feel like you're going in the right direction. They tell me that you're, I'm going to use this word, buying time, like passing the time, doing what you have to do for this period of time. And when I go into the month of May of 2018, so the January to May, I see this movement upwards and I see expansion. I feel like there's 2 people you're going to connect with. I don't know if you work jointly on a deal or they are investors looking to have you assist them in finding property. But I'm seeing a joint venture that allows you to generate revenue.
Sweet.
All right. So I sincerely hope I've been of assistance to you tonight, Ty.
You've answered some questions and raised some others, so yes, thank you so much.
Oh, I know. Sorry. Just what I
that's
needed
great.
to do is get you thinking again. But thank you so much, Ty. Thank you. God bless you.
Namaste, dear. Thank you.
Namaste. Bye. 1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And I've got to go to Jasmine. And Jasmine, she's in Maine. Jasmine, how are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jasmine. And how can Spirit and I be of assistance to you?
Well, I'm just wondering. I'm feeling like hesitant about moving back to Florida. I'm wondering if it's a good idea and if where we are planning to move is the right place.
You know, I see the hesitancy, and I actually feel as if there's a hesitancy because you're in such a good place in your life right now as far as your energy, your relationship, your friendships, that you don't want to jeopardize that. Is that correct?
Yeah. Part of it.
Mm-hmm. But the thought is to come to Florida for a short period of time. Is that correct?
Yes.
Almost like a snowbird.
Yes.
And you were thinking of coming here for December 1st?
Yeah, we'd probably move into the place around then.
That's where I see. I see a move around December 1st, and then they make me aware of a departure March.
Yeah. Yeah, probably like March, April.
Yes, that's what I see. Yep, March 31st, April 1st, back out. So they're making me aware of this, and they're telling me that it's good to reconnect here. It's good for you to make that connection. There's some growth that needs to happen for you specifically here so that you can go back. And then I feel like you're going to spend a lot more time in Maine. I feel like there's something more permanent coming for you in Maine. Are you looking to set some more roots down in Maine?
Well, I'm planning to open the business in April.
Okay. So those are the roots that you're going to set. Okay. So this is what I see. I see those roots being set for you, and that's going to be a positive move for you. And then you won't take a lot of time to come back down here again in the end of 2018. I'm like, what year are we in? 2018. I feel like you're going to spend more time in Maine. And I think that's a good environment for you right now.
So do you think it's better if we, instead of signing a 1-year lease, we just go there and get like a vacation rental or something?
Yes.
Instead of committing to a whole year?
Do not
Because we would be paying rent and not living there.
Do not commit to a whole year.
Okay.
Spirit says it's short term. So then that would mean that maybe the place you're looking at is not the place.
Okay.
All right. So ideally that answers both questions, yes?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, we look forward to having you back here in South Florida whenever that is. And thank you so much for following the show and supporting my work. You know, I've known you for years, and I want to share with everyone listening that Jasmine was probably one of my very first customers when I first opened up my center. And we're talking about 2007, right, Jasmine? So that's long time ago. And everything in your life has unfolded, and we saw it coming all before it even happened. So this is what's so cool. And you're living all of your dreams. So I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see you.
I can't wait to see you either. And kiss everyone for me, all right?
All right.
All right, honey. God bless you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
1-888-565-1470. I'm going to go right back to the phone lines and grab one more call before we wind out of our second hour. I'm going to go to Louisa. And Louisa, she's in West Palm Beach. Louisa, how are you this evening?
Good, and you?
I'm doing great, Louisa. And how can Spirit and I be of assistance to you?
Is there anything that I should be doing that I'm not doing? Like, I feel like I'm missing something.
Well, you could be doing a lot less thinking. That would be good. They're telling me that
you're going to say that.
The brain just never stops there. It's like a runaway train. Spirit also tells me that you do meditate, yes?
Yes.
Okay. But there's some meditation that you can do. Do you meditate outside?
Not usually.
Okay.
Usually I do in my room.
See if you can go to be outside. I feel like there's too much energy where you meditate. I don't mean from the connection with the divine. I mean the environment. And I feel like you need a clearer mind outside. And that is going to assist you. So I'm feeling this energy that we should go out to the beach on occasion or sit by a tree, go hug a tree. And Spirit tells me that you've been opening up and blossoming and really working on your spirituality. Is that correct?
Yes.
And your angels, you're talking to the angels, because when I first connected with you, I see that you have an angel on your side, and they're showing me Archangel Raphael. Are you working on healing energy or some kind of healing work?
Yeah, for the most part. I usually try to communicate with Michael, but I've been kind of doing all at the same time.
Okay, well, Raphael steps up. He's working on healing. He's healing you individually within you, and he's also assisting you to be of healing for others, because you're healing a lot of past wounds and past hurts. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I see that there's a shift coming for you, coming at the end of December. Spirit tells me that things start to move further down the road, like work advances, like we make progress in work, and I see finances increasing as well. You looking to make a shift and change in your job right now? Because there's some change coming.
I've been looking for other jobs, but haven't had too much time on that.
Okay, I see a change coming.
Not sure. And what is it, like a career change or more of just like a setting change?
Right now it seems setting, because you are redefining career. That's going to take a little bit more than just a few weeks.
Yeah.
Because you're going to analyze the depth of it, so it's going to take you a while.
Okay.
All right, so just be still. Trust this process. 2018 brings you a lot of new adventures. They kind of go, wee, we're on a ride. So time for you to go on a ride, my dear, all right?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Louisa, for calling. God bless you.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Thursday.
See you Thursday. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night. 1-888-565-1470. Stay on the line if you're on hold. And if you haven't picked up the phone lines to call, I would love to hear from you. And we're going to sign off on WWWE in Atlanta. And thank you all for listening from 5 to 7. And ask that you pop on over to WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk. You can hear us on TuneIn and iHeartRadio. Follow me, Sarah Spiritual, on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it. Sarah Spiritual, just punch it in everywhere. I'm going to come up. And I would love to share time and space with you. I trust that you're going to stay with us for this final hour, because I'm going to spend a few minutes talking to my dear friend, Bill McDonald, because Bill is a child's author, and he was one of my students. And because we shared time and space, we fostered a dream in his heart, and that dream has come true. And when you foster a dream in your heart with love, the universal flow, miracles happen, everyone. So stay with us. Don't go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and Periscope. The phone lines are open, 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there. Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay, let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
From time to time, this program engages in contesting for prize giveaways. A listener must call into the radio station talk line and be a specific caller or answer a trivia question as specified by the show host to be awarded the prize. The contest duration is the length of the program itself. Winners may be limited to one winner per address and or phone number every 3 months. All listeners are eligible for prizes. Prizes do not exceed a value of $325. The prizes are provided by the show, and the delivery of the prizes is the sole responsibility of the program itself and not the radio station or the Beasley Broadcast Group.
Talk here, talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN. Talk here, talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the third hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. for the next hour. Listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share love and light.
Back here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk. And I sincerely hope that if you were listening on WWWE in Atlanta, I hope you popped on by to WWNN and caught me on iHeartRadio.com or TuneIn.com, or popped over to Sarah Spiritual Facebook or Sarah Spiritual Periscope, Sarah Spiritual Instagram. Just pop on over and find me. We are so glad to be sharing time and space with you here on this wonderful, wonderful night. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines for just a moment because I have Tanya, and she's in Cooper, Texas. Tanya, how are you tonight?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tanya. And how can Spirit and I be of assistance to you?
Dan still does not have a job, and so we're wanting to see if Spirit can show a time frame for Dan and his full-time job that he's going to receive.
Yes. Well, one of the things Spirit had said to you earlier, and I know that you kind of pushed it away because of the word I used, but Spirit was talking about consultant work, and you said, well, he needs a full-time job. He needs all the perks of that. But the company that he works for actually hires contractors that are employed by a company that will give you all the perks. Because you work for that company, it's just the company he used to work for hires contractors from this particular company. So it's best for him to call some of his friends. I mean, I even have friends in the company that your husband used to work for, that they are now contractors for the very same, they work at that company, but they're contractors working with another company. So they get hired back in. It's the craziest thing that they do there. It's not unusual. I don't know why they do it, but there's a methodology behind it. But they're giving me the number 4. So he was without work, what, about 3 weeks ago? Is that correct?
Has it been 3 weeks or 4 weeks? 3 weeks. 3 weeks now.
Yeah. Okay. They tell me it's going to take closer to 4, and it's not 4 weeks, guys. It's like closer to 4 months before he actually gets his foot in the door for his first week of working. That's why I'm suggesting the contracting angle may be a little bit easier.
Okay.
Because if we go for 4 months, we're going to go back 3 weeks. So I'm going to count October as 1 month, November, December, and then January becomes month 4. You see where I'm going with this?
I do.
Okay. I'm not saying 4 months from today. All right. Okay. I'm saying it's going to take about 4 months of the process from when he ended one to complete another. Because they make me aware it's been about 3 weeks that he's been without work, so that counts as one of the months. All right.
Okay.
But check and see in the contracting, see what's out there in the meantime, while we're looking for something more permanent. Yes.
Right. Exactly.
And that will be of assistance to him. I know it feels uncomfortable, but yeah, I get it. This is a test from the Emergency Spiritual Broadcasting System.
Absolutely.
And it's teaching to trust. If you want to do this work and be a part of the spiritual world, they're going to test you.
Exactly.
And just when you get tested, they test you again.
Exactly.
And then they test you again. And they keep testing you.
Yes.
So just allow this to flow through. It will pass. It's just going to take a little time. All right, my dear?
Okay. All right. I appreciate it.
All right, honey. God bless you.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
God
Thank
bless
you for your call. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
I just wanted to get to Tanya because she was on hold before we interview our guest today, because I'm really excited to have this wonderful individual who's here with me today, because there's a history here, and I want to share the history. I've been at the center for almost 11 years, and somewhere coming into the year of 2008, there was this lovely couple that walked in, Ruth Ann and Bill, and they decided to sit with me for a reading. And around that time, they weren't quite married yet. He hadn't popped the question, but life was unfolding, and I got to be a part of all those experiences. And then in the journey, we were able to share time and space and talk about different ideas, and Ruth Ann and Bill were able to take some of my classes, and we all kind of grew together, because right around the time they came to the center was when I began teaching classes. So it was a real growth spurt for all of us, and we were really, really, really growing really close and very connected. And then all of a sudden, Bill had this idea that he had a message to bring forth to the world, and that this message was going to inspire children and give them hope and make them understand differences between them and help them navigate some of life's uncomfortable moments, be it divorce, anger, hate, even racism. And he felt this passion grow inside of him because, each one of us has this opportunity to step into our destiny if we listen to our heart. So I'd like to introduce my friend, Bill McDonald, who is now a children's author. Bill, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. I am so happy. And as your spiritual teacher, I got to tell you, I'm so proud of you. I was so excited to know that you were coming here and it's almost like being part of the childbirth session. Not that I want to be in the childbearing room, but it was like watching you birth a baby and step into who you are. It's almost as if, Bill, you finally recognize who you are. It's a very, very powerful, powerful time. And I'm going to show your first book that you wrote here on my camera. It's called Flying Together, It's Okay Really by William McDonald. And it was quite the journey. And there was a time, Bill, that I remember that you thought that this might not get published because you really were having trouble getting it together. So first, share with our listeners what it was like to have this idea and then birth it. Because, most of us have ideas, but we don't act on it. So how did you act it and then move forward and then create this book? Share with them.
Well, it came about originally one Monday morning in June of 2012. I meditated like we did every morning. And after that, I just grabbed my laptop, went out on a patio, and started typing. And about 2.5, 3 hours later, I had this draft of this book written about these 3 birds. And at the time, I had no idea where the idea came from, where the thought of the birds came from. I have since learned that it's spirit. And I can actually sit down and in about 2.5 hours sit down, having no knowledge of a subject or anything, and write a book.
Well, that's called channeling, right?
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt. And I know Spirit's doing it. Just recently, in 2.5 hours coming out of the mountains, I was a passenger in a car, and I grabbed my laptop, and I thought I was writing a book on death. And when I finished it and read it, I found out it was a book on divorce. So they're telling me, and I don't even know what I'm writing when I'm typing it.
Well, it's just like when I write a song, I never even know what's coming through until it's there. And I know you've heard my music. But Bill, how do you feel opening up to being spiritual has assisted you in being receptive to the promptings of spirit?
It's been very rewarding from the standpoint that, and I've had a number of different jobs and careers so far in my life, but this one I probably have more passion for these books than anything. And for a long time, I was just frustrated that the first one wasn't being published because I couldn't find an illustrator. And earlier this year, I did. I should say, in a sense, he found me. And I realized with everything going on in the news why I had the problems. It wasn't time. And as we all hear, things happen in divine time.
They do.
And that was this year.
They do. And your second book that just was published and released is Forgiving is the Right Thing to Do. Tell us about forgiving. What did the book share for everyone, especially children, about forgiving?
Basically, what happens is one of our three birds is being bullied. And she doesn't know who to talk to. She can't talk to her friends. And she can't hide from the bully because the bully keeps on finding her. And finally, she's at her wit's end, so to speak, and realizes she knows who she can go talk to, and she has to go get her friends to find out where this other bird is. And she finally realizes she has to tell them what the problem is. They're upset that she hadn't said anything earlier, and she said she was too embarrassed, which happens, I think, in today's life with children.
Yes.
They're embarrassed to say something. Well, what happens is that they actually get a hold of this painted bunting, so to speak, and he tells them to hear the bully out. Listen to what the bully has to say and find it in your heart to forgive the bully and not stay angry. And to realize that just because you're being bullied, if you forgive the bully, it doesn't mean that you're weak. It means it's a sign of love, not a sign of weakness. And in the end, they become friends.
They become friends. That's a beautiful story. And also, just because you forgive the bully doesn't mean that that's giving him permission to treat you that way. It just means that you recognize that he was in a less than perfect state. That doesn't mean that when we forgive someone, we let them in our life, that means that they have permission to step all over us. And I think that some people feel, adults included, that if someone has wronged us, then if we let them back into our circle, then that's just showing that, they didn't really hurt us and they can do whatever they want. So it's we put up walls. So you're teaching the children that we can love beyond the walls and bring them down. Is that true?
Yes.
And the book Flying Together. Tell our listeners what this was like, because I remember when this first came through you, what this was like. And I remember because we talked about this I know we're under confidentiality, but can I talk about your personal reading?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I remember in your personal reading, this is why I love sharing experiences with people, that in your personal reading, you were talking about these birds, and I remember sitting there going, birds? And you're like, yeah, and one looks like this. And so what was it like to talk about flying together and the differences between these birds? Tell our listeners a little bit more about what really inspired this story.
Well, initially, I like I said, I just started typing, but what came out of it was the fact that these three young birds end up becoming friends. And it's like with any child or children that they meet in a playground, they're so happy that they found a new friend, they go back and tell their parents, wow, I found a new friend. And the parents ask them if they're the same kind of bird, and they say no, and that's when the parents say, no, you can't play together. Which is the same thing that happens with children on playground.
Yeah.
And they don't understand, and they end up in the book, they end up playing together because they think the parents don't understand what's going on. Well, something happens to one of them, and the parents come and help and realize they made a mistake.
Okay, great. And Bill, where can our listeners find this book?
Right now, the easiest way to find them is on balboapress.com.
balboapress.com. And do you have a website, Bill, as well?
Yes, it's williamemcdonald.com.
williamemcdonald.com. And Bill, what next book is going to be published from you?
Right now, the one I'm looking at is on adoption. And it's only because of the fact that the two I've written after that have the adopted bird involved in it. So I don't want to... They're telling me not to jump ahead of the game.
Right. So adoption, which also represents being different or not accepted or not from the feeling safe. Because in all of these first two books, we're talking about someone feeling safe or comfortable with who they are or free to express themselves. And sometimes when a child is adopted, if they know that they're adopted, they feel that they're removed, like they don't belong.
Right.
And it's so to make people more aware that, we're all connected and we do belong, yes?
Yes. And the thing is that the one that's being adopted, the young bird that's being adopted, is a wild green parrot. So it's not even one of the birds in there. So it's totally different.
So he's really going to have to blend.
Yes.
As they say in My Cousin Vinny, right? You got to blend. You've got to blend.
That's it.
Absolutely.
And, whether or not, is he accepted? Is there questions about it and so forth? And in the end, like with everything else, they're taught through this painted bunting, who's kind of like the teacher in all the books. And he does become part of the family. And I know that from personal experience because my ex-wife and I adopted a little girl from Mexico at 2 days old. Mm-hmm. So we've been through that. We know what it's like. So that kind of helped me with when they had me writing it too. The fact that I've actually lived that.
You've lived that. You know what it's like to be with a child that's been adopted and what some of the stigma may be and
right.
what some of the challenges could be for the child and the parents as well.
Right.
So, Bill, tell us about your illustrator, because the godsend, the angels brought you the illustrator, because I remember sitting there and you were really upset because you see me publishing the book. I go, I do, but not now. And you would be visibly upset that we weren't getting there. It was almost like it wasn't going to come to pass. So tell us about the angel that is your illustrator, please.
My wife and I were at a retreat in California back in January. Mm-hmm. And the woman that was helping out in the retreat, I had been talking about my books and so forth. And she said, well, my husband and brother-in-law wrote a children's book, and my brother-in-law did the illustrations. Why don't you give me your information, and I'll see if he's interested. Well, him and I connected later on that week after we got back home, and within 6 weeks, he had sent me 21 color illustrations on the first book. And I learned or realized why. Because of everything we've been hearing on the news and everything else, this book wasn't supposed to be published until this year.
Right.
It was divine order. And that's why it took so long. And like I said, even though I was frustrated at the beginning, I realized it was meant to come out this year because of everything that's going on.
Because children are filled with a lot of fear right now, and they're seeing so much go on in the world, and they want to feel, most importantly, loved and safe and accepted. And so this message is perfectly on time. And these illustrations are remarkable, Bill. I mean, the illustrator did a spectacular job, the attention to detail and color, and it's just a spectacular collection. And I'm looking forward to hearing about all the other books as well. But for now, we're going to fly together and then go to forgiveness, and then we're going to adoption. That's going to be your next book to be released.
There'll be 2 out next year. One in the March-April timeframe, and then one again in October. We're looking at 2 a year. I'm being told there's going to be about 15 or so in the series.
Wonderful.
Dealing with death, abuse, disabilities, things of that nature. And also, I'm being told that gradually the birds are going to start asking how this painted bunting knows all the answers, which they're telling me casually, briefly, we're going to bring spirituality into the whole thing, but not all at once.
Got it.
To turn people, because it may turn some people off. So we just got it gradually. We're going to bring it in.
Right. Well, they're going to grow to like the characters,
right.
and then how the characters are inspired by almost like the all-seeing, knowing energy that brings forth information. And really, what that's all I'm going to teach is, and people are ready to know this, that we have our own inner compass, and if we listen to the compass, or we can have a guide or a mentor who is a little more in tune with their compass, they can assist us in opening us up. And essentially, that's what happened for you at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I got to be your mentor, which I'm honored, and it was a powerful, powerful experience. And again, I want to tell you how happy I am for you and how proud I am of you. Great job. Again, everyone, visit WilliamEMcDonald.com. The books are available at balboapress.com. And we are talking about flying together. It's okay, really. And forgiving is the right thing to do. by William E. McDonald. Thank you so much, Bill, for making the trip all the way from North Carolina. I have to come visit you all there. Thank you. And God bless you. And everyone, Bill will be at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. So if you have children and you would like to come to my Sarah Spiritual class, we're talking to angels and helping your children listen to their inner compass and doing some artwork with Sarah Spiritual. We're going to have so much fun Saturday morning. I can't wait. From 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock, we're going to be working on tapping into their inner guidance. And then the children are going to have a reading with Bill. Bill is going to be reading his book for all of the children. And I do believe we're going to be reading Forgiving is the Right Thing to Do. So thank you, everyone. I'd love to see you on November 11th at 11 a.m. at the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. Go to my website, sarahspiritual.com, and you can learn more about it. And then Bill will be there with his books. And Bill, you're going to be signing your books, right?
Yes.
I need it. Well, I have my own autographed copy of the first one, but I need my own autographed copy of the second one as well. Thank you, Bill, for joining us. God bless you.
Thank you for
and we'll
having
see
me.
you Saturday at the center. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we're going to go right back to the phone line. So if you're on hold, we greatly appreciate your holding, and we're going to take your calls. And be sure to listen to our commercial for the Me Time Healing Center. Me Time Healing, they offer healing that assists you with grief and assists you with addictions and issues that have caused loss in your life. And it's a great establishment. Go visit me-time-healing.com and ask for my friends Stacy and Danielle, and you can reach them at 561-571-2204. Stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has.
Hi, I'm Tina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had a feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay, let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there. Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, Participate in one of my spiritual development classes and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session. Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Me Time Healing Center at 561-571-2204, located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton. Me Time Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace.
From time to time, this program engages in contesting for prize giveaways. A listener must call into the radio station talk line and be a specific caller or answer a trivia question as specified by the show host to be awarded the prize. The contest duration is the length of the program itself. Winners may be limited to one winner per address and or phone number every 3 months. All listeners are eligible for prizes. Prizes do not exceed a value of $325. The prizes are provided by the show, and the delivery of the prizes is the sole responsibility of the program itself and not the radio station or the Beasley Broadcast Group.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Yes, indeed. Do you know me? Have you heard me? I'm Sarah Spiritual, and we're spiritually speaking to you live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And a very special thank you to Bill McDonald for his magnificent books. We're really excited for Bill. Bill was on my original apprentice program back in the days when we first opened up our apprentice program, which was in December 2012. And it's amazing how things just shift and change in life once we open up and we allow ourselves to step into our true, authentic self. I'm so honored to have had him as one of my clients, friends, and students. So we're going to go right back to the phone lines, and I've got Denise, and she is in Pembroke Pines, and I know Denise was trying to get us, and she messaged me on Facebook, and she's like, I was trying to get you, but you're on live, Denise. How are you? Denise? Hello, Denise. You're on live with Sarah Spiritual. All right, we're gonna wait on Denise because I don't think she's hearing me. And we have people on Facebook that are asking if I'm going to answer their questions. So we've got Maria on Facebook. She's asking a question. So we're going to see if we can pull up her question and see how she's doing. But I'm also going to go back to the phone lines. Hopefully Denise will get back on. But I want to go to Bianca. And Bianca is in Coral Springs. Bianca, how are you?
How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great, Bianca. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
I was just wondering if you guys if you see anything like relationship-wise.
Okay, Bianca, the first thing they tell me is that when I step into relationship energy, was there a relationship that ended or separated? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And we are asking about that individual. Is that true?
Or something new.
Okay, because this is a recent separation, right? Like less than 6 months or so, or 8 months. It feels like
just about.
Just about, because that feels like a monthly vibration to me. So let's take a look into new, all right? Let me see. So Spirit tells me you're skeptical. Is that true?
That's true.
You got trust issues?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. You're a little too young to have trust issues, honey. Okay? You want to be open and receptive to love, yes?
Yeah.
And you're looking to have a committed relationship, yes?
Yep, it's true.
You don't want to be on the merry-go-round of dating?
Nope.
No. So I'm seeing here, Bianca, that first I have to write where I am. I'm in the month of November. I'm going to move. So that takes me to the month of March. They move me over 5. So I'm in the month of March. March opens up energy for relationship. I feel as if you are going to do some casual dating between now and then. But I feel like something really starts to gel, or you meet someone of consistency, because Spirit's like, you don't play around. You want consistency, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're finding that some of the guys you've dated are not consistent?
Not at all.
Not at all. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I think you've been dating Peter Pan. We need to find somebody a little more grounded, yes? So Bianca,
more mature.
More mature. And I see here that once that March time comes, that relationship starts to come. But they also tell me that you've been very busy lately. Is that true? You've been keeping yourself busy, but you're also very busy. Yes, is there some studies and work we've got going on? It seems there's a lot of busyness around.
School.
So I see all this busyness. So Spirit's like, focus on what you're doing. The love is going to catch you when you least suspect it. That's what happens. Love comes when you least expect it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Bianca. And how'd you hear about the show?
I just heard you guys one day on the radio.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we really welcome your question. And welcome to the family of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We're here whenever you have a question, honey. God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. 1-888-565-1470. I want to see if Denise is back on the line. Let's see if we can get Denise. Denise is in Pembroke Pines. Denise, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm glad to get you on the line, Denise. First, I want to tell you 716, right? You know what I'm saying when I say 716, right?
I sure do.
I just saw it, and I think it usually has this tendency of coming between now and December.
Yes.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
Did it come out?
I don't think so. I didn't look today, but Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I know it's coming. It did come out some weeks back, but I know it's coming.
It is coming. It is coming. So, Denise, how can I assist you today?
I'm concerned about my daughter and her job. I don't know if Spirit can see something going on there.
Daughter's birthday, please.
She is 1/14/92.
Why do I feel like someone's giving her a hard time? They're like kind of pushing on her. She's having disagreement with someone, a supervisor or someone?
Uh-huh.
Your daughter don't take no you know what.
She doesn't.
She doesn't. Can your daughter be a little... She can be a little mouthy, though.
Yes.
Yes. Sarah Spiritual tells her quiet.
I gave her my HR experience last night, and I said, go in there and do the best you can do. Ask for help if you need to ask for help, and just go in there and do what you're supposed to do, and not complain.
And not complain.
You know? So she does speak her mind. So that's
she
a
does.
good thing and a bad thing.
Yes, yes, and the way they show it to me is that sometimes she's like a snapping turtle, like she just keeps snapping, and she needs to just relax because there's differences in personality. Spirit tells me, and you know, one of the things we learn when we work with other people and for other people is tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
And she's at an age where she needs to learn how to be tolerant of people. That doesn't mean we have to take offensive things, like our author Bill was saying. You know, we can love people, we can forgive people. That doesn't mean we have to take their bad behavior. But in a workplace, there are certain personalities that we have to tolerate.
Right.
And that's what she's learning. It's a skill that she's learning. I don't see her at this job for long, though.
I am what I'm afraid of is last year she got a promotion, and now they're talking about probably demoting her if she doesn't keep up what she needs to do, and that's why I try to impress upon her the importance of doing what you need to do, but not happy there.
She's not happy, and Spirit is really saying that she just doesn't fit in there. But she has to learn how to be a better leader.
Right.
And to be a good leader, you have to have great communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important that she speaks to people in a particular way.
Exactly.
And she has to learn that. She has to learn that. Mm-hmm. And but this is part of the growing space for her. So I'm sure you gave her your advice. Time is short there. I don't feel like they're going to fire her per se. Demotion is possible, but you see the way your daughter is on the edge, I almost feel like one day she's going to wake up and say, take this job and just go.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's not a good
totally
ending.
Agree.
That's not a good ending because those are things that prevent us from getting a referral. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So just allow her to go through this growth spurt. And let's see where you've given her advice, and tell her Sarah Spiritual's telling her, shh, calm down.
Exactly.
Learn tolerance for people. Prove to yourself that you can do the task. Do your personal best, and then look for another job, and leave in the right way. She needs to leave in the right way.
Exactly. You always have to leave on a good note, because if you ever want to go back, at least you have the door open.
Or you need them for a referral, because I know a lot of people looking for jobs, and we don't know what's being said when that phone call rings in HR, or if it's a smaller organization when they call the boss. And then there are people who are not getting jobs because they keep getting these bad referrals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the internet. Once you leave an impression with people, that impression is really hard to change. On the internet, it never goes away. Well, if people have a certain impression of you, and that's their feeling, and they're truthful to their own feelings, it's really hard to change somebody's mind if they don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why she wants to learn tolerance, because she's her own personal brand. I try to explain to people, before you work for other people, you work for you. You are your own personal brand. And the person that you put forth, that is the person that people see, and you want them to see the best of you. We're all imperfect. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to speak out of turn. We're all going to have moments, but we are a walking brand of this vehicle of God and the expression of God. So if you're honoring the unity with the universe, if you're honoring the authenticity of yourself, and you want to put yourself in the best light, then why wouldn't you want to dress up to go to work? Why wouldn't you want to speak eloquently? Why wouldn't you want to conduct yourself in a particular manner? And why wouldn't you want to run a filter in your mind when you want to tell someone where to go? You just press the pause button and you breathe, because that's not how you want people to remember you. When we're gone, all you have is the memories, right? When she leaves that job, they're going to remember her for who she was. And she wants to leave as her best personal brand. And I know you've learned that lesson, Denise, because you've worked with people, you've had battles with people, you've been following the show for years. So I've been, just like my friend Bill McDonald, the author, we've been through things together. So I've seen the growth spurts in everyone who follows this show over the years. And you had your battles and discontentment at work, and a couple of times you came close to telling people what to do. But you knew you had to move forward, and now look, you have your own company. You don't really answer to anyone else. But you had to pass through all those tunnels to get to the particular platform that is yours.
No, definitely. I totally agree.
Well, thank you, Denise, for your question on behalf of your daughter. She'll be okay for now, but it's short-lived there.
Okay.
All right, my dear. Thank
Sarah,
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
God bless you. You're welcome. Bye.
You too. Bye.
1-888-565-1470. And I'm going to go to Ricardo. And Ricardo is in Coconut Creek. Ricardo, how are you this evening?
Great, Sarah. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Ricardo. And how can Spirit and I be of assistance to you?
Well, thank you. I am really concerned about my situation right now. I've been struggling to get a job, since last July when I was laid off from the company. Actually, since that was in actually September. And, I don't know what to do right now. I mean, I have been sending applications, on the internet and so on, and I haven't been able to launch anything yet. So how can you help me with that?
And you are talking about this summer of September?
Yes.
Okay.
2 months ago, yeah.
2 months ago. So the first thing Spirit tells me is that there were some telltale signs for you in June. Were things starting to get a little rough at your job, or the business itself was having trouble?
Uh-huh.
Yes, where you were working before you got laid off in September? The business itself was going through some tough times, yes? Where you worked?
Yes.
Okay. So Spirit tells me that things were unfolding, and it's almost as if right around the hurricane threw everything over the bus, right?
Yes.
Okay. Financially, that company was struggling, is what Spirit tells me. And they were trying to cut back. And you were a byproduct of that experience. Spirit tells me that you're going to have to make some connections and have you been to a job fair to meet people?
Well, tomorrow I am going to have an interview, for it's a call center.
Right. So I see you going to, you can go for your interview for your job fair, for the call center, but I see you going to a job fair. You want to look in the area and see where they have a job fair, and you can search the internet. There are job placement facilities that will tell you where there are job fairs, because something about Spirit tells me that the way you look on paper is good, but there's something about when people meet you, they want to hire you. There's something about you that is genuine, makes me feel like you're going to do a good job for me. Is that true? People always say you do a good job for me. Is that correct, Ricardo?
Yes.
And I feel as if in the month of December, and we're cutting it close because I feel like it should happen before Christmas. This holiday stuff always messes up the hiring process, but I feel as if you will have work by Christmas.
Okay.
All right. But I feel as if you want to go to a job fair, and that will be of assistance to you as well. You want to have as many things in the fire, but you want to, if you rely on the internet, it's going to take longer because your paperwork is, you have experience, but it's in a sea of other paperwork that has that experience and more. But you have a lifetime of experience, yes?
Yes.
And you bring a lot to the table. And Spirit tells me you're not afraid of work and working hard.
That is correct.
Yes. Ricardo, how did you hear about the show?
Well, actually, it was not too long ago. I was driving in my car, and I heard the radio, and I found it really interesting, what you were saying. So I have been paying attention to your show on Wednesdays. That's why.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we welcome you to the family. And if you have the ability to write this down, Ricardo, I'm going to give you like the formula my spiritual teacher gave me. He used to tell me to read from the book of Psalms, Los Salmos, yes, the Psalms. I want you to read from the book of Psalms. I want you to read Psalm 23.
Yes.
Psalm 32.
Okay.
34.
Okay.
65.
Yes.
57. And 111. Now, if you read those Psalms in that order, it opens up the pathways for you to be heard, for you to be recognized, for good fortune, good luck, for business dealings, for people to be accepting to you, and for them to listen to you.
Great.
And the Blessed Mother is very much with you, Ricardo.
Thank you very much.
All right. So I see the rosary with you, so that makes me feel as if someone was sacred to the Blessed Mother, and that individual and the Blessed Mother's energy is with you. This makes sense to you, yes?
Yes,
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Perfect, Ricardo. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Sarah.
You're welcome. Keep me posted. You can visit my center in West Palm or call the center. Let us know how you're doing. I'm sure you're going to find something soon, and I'll put out a prayer for you. The angels are always listening.
Yeah, great. Okay, I will do so then.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. I've got Joanna on the line, and she is in Florida. Joanna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so wonderful, Joanna. How are you doing? What's going on? How can I assist you?
I just want to know where my love life is going. That's it. I'm very simple.
Life. Oh, your love life. Well, Spirit's like, she is not that simple. Who is she kidding? What are you talking about? You're simple.
I am simple. I sort of think I am.
You are not simple. Joanna,
I'm not simple.
Are you planning a trip? Because I'm seeing a trip. Are you planning to go up north or something to visit some friends?
Yes.
Okay.
My father in New York. Yes.
Yes, I see a trip. I'm seeing it. They draw an arrow. They're like, she going up, Sarah. I'm like, all right, it's going to be a little chilly there, Joanna. Put your boots on because it's going to be a little chilly.
It's going to be cold.
It's going to be
but
cold.
I wear boots down here. I like boots.
And, I still have yet to figure out the Floridian we wear boots. Being from up north, I don't understand. But I see here a trip up north. I'm seeing that. It's a good trip. It's a good reunion. We need to have that connectivity.
I'm going on vacation. Tell me about my love life. That's what I want to know. Where is that going?
I understand that, but I have to give it to you the way Spirit gives it to you. So
okay, sorry.
You need to
I'm in a rush.
Okay, well, sit and pay attention then.
Okay.
All right, are you ready? All right, so
I'm ready.
Your love life has been going in a circle, and I see a lot of false starts and stops. Does that make sense to you? Do you have this history of relationships like not quite playing out the way you want them to? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And then I want to take you back to the year of 2000. That wasn't such a good year. There's a disconnect in relationships. So you may not remember.
I remember.
You remember?
That's when my husband died in my arms. Yes, I remember.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but they tell me it was not a good year at 2000. Yes,
it was not a good year.
All right. So they tell me you're still recuperating even from 2000. And since then, we've had some false starts. Yes, is that correct?
Maybe.
Some possibilities, but nothing really kind of amounted to something that you could hang your hat on. Is that true?
Kind of, sort of, yes.
Okay. But is there a particular person you have a question about? Because I am feeling the energy of a gentleman around you.
I can't ask that because I have to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an open relationship, so I have to...
Mm-hmm.
Am I going the right direction with him? Let me ask you that. Hello?
I'm talking to Spirit. Hang on.
Oh, I thought I lost you.
No. Well, I don't know that that's going to be able to connect the way you want it to. I'm feeling...
It probably won't.
I'm feeling...
It won't. I know that.
Okay. I'm feeling as if it's not the best fit for you.
Okay.
That's what they're telling me. It's not a solid fit for you. There's a pull, there's an intensity, there may be an attraction, but it's not a fit that's going to stand the test of time. When you asked the question, the first word I wrote was no.
Okay.
All right.
I'm wonderful at that. But what is the test of time? How do you find that?
I'm sorry?
What is the test of time?
You mean love standing the test of time? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I guess.
You know what? When two souls are meant to be together, it comes together and they do stand the test of time.
You're right.
All right. You've experienced your own true love. There's another true love coming for you.
When?
That was the original question, yes?
Yes.
It was. So we're going to take you into the fall of next year. I'm feeling connectivity. Okay? You're still getting some things out of your system, my dear. Do not fall for the life of illusion. Some things appear to be an illusion.
You're right about that.
It's fleeting. It doesn't stand the test of time. All right?
I wish you well.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Love. Such a complicated subject. And it can get very complicated in life. But what we have to understand is that people come in our life for a time, a reason, some for a season, and some we're blessed to have for a lifetime. But in this very changing time of the world, people come in our life because we have a lot of karmic entanglements and things that are being ironed out in the spirit realm. So people will come and they will feel that connection with us, but they're not meant to stay, but it's meant to have the experience. The best thing that love can teach us is to be true, to be truly authentic to ourselves. And love always shines the light on truth. And truth is the greatest power. And the truth forms in the light of love. And the light of love was birthed from the Creator. I want to thank you so much for spending time and space with me here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And I'm so grateful to hosting Bill McDonald, our friend, the author, children's author. Love to see you at the Expedito Enlightenment Center this Saturday with your children at 11 o'clock. And the cost is, I think it's only $20. Visit sarahspiritual.com. And if you have additional children, it's only $12 for any other children that are with you in your family or your group. So I want to thank you all for sharing time and space with me. God bless you. Good night. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater. And the characters, they change like water into wine. And everything comes when the stars align. Do you know me? Do you know me? Have we met before? I've been standing here before you long before you saw me before you, and you called me. Every soul has its movie, changing characters in theaters. Everyone knows everyone, but I know you know me somehow. Do you know me? Do I know you? I think we've met before. You've been seeing me beside you when you close your eyes, and you know me, and I know you. Every soul has its journey.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 5 until 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram and Twitter. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Talk health. Talk wealth. Talk politics. Talk 1470 and 95.3 FM. WNN. Talk 1470.